Fans are stupid. Fans are stupid. Like they can't. They are.
Right. Anthony Smith has retired. And much like in Khabib versus Gaethje, the minute that the fight was called off and Khabib knew it was all over, all the emotions hit him instantly. The lights, the smells, the journey, all condensed down into this intense moment. Oh no, Smith is flipping off a fan. And not just a passing moment, he's actually zoned in on the guy, dropping everything, no showing respect to his opponent or taking in the moment. Nope, forget all that. Some human embodiment of Eric Cartman in the crowd said something mean, and that's what Smith has decided to focus on in this moment. Eventually, he did move on and do his little thing, but it was a very strange moment, and actually quite representative of Anthony Smith. Look, you've got to admit, he does get a lot of stick from fans. At the heart of it, or the Karen heart of it, he is a nice guy. He's actually really good on the commentary, and anyone that's been around fighting in the UFC for as long as he has deserves some respect. But he is, without doubt, by a long shot, the most misplaced case of main character syndrome that there has ever been. And I think it's that energy that rubs the fans up the wrong way. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you need a bit of that energy to function in that sport. But normally there's even just a thread linking together the level of grandeur to the level of potential as a competitor. Look at someone like Elia. He's always saying some crazy shit, thinking he's Conor, but then he goes out there and he delivers, and it doesn't leave the fans much to say. When your record is more questionable than Khamzat's immune system, and then you come out with shit like this.
Maybe I'm a bit inconsistent at times, but if I show up, I'll beat everybody in the division, and I don't give a who gets mad about that. And they all know it.
I mean, dude, how do you expect the fans to react? But Anthony is often going off on the fans like they should be behaving better.
You're sitting at home and you're, being the couch quarterbacks, and if I was in there, this is what I would have done.
Mate, that's what this is all about. You think fans should just be at home, watching the fight, sitting quietly, like well-behaved in their lounge, to ensure maximum respect to both fighters involved? No, it's a war. It's theatre. We're invested in the show. We're invested in the fighters, the ones we love and the ones we hate. And here's the kicker. If those fans didn't feel that passionately and cough up to buy the pay-per-views or to sit in the crowd, guess what? You'd be working in fucking Chipotle. The truth is, that fan was doing his job. He's being a fan. It's not just a sport, it's a fighting sport. What do you expect? Look, there are lines. Unless it's John Jones, of course, because he's a human cesspool. But as long as fans are not going in hard on something that you haven't personally put out in the public, in my mind, it's fair game. People take the piss out of Izzy for diddling a dog. Now, that's crazy from the fans. But guess what? He diddled a fucking dog. Fans go hard on Ian Retardo Gary. But guess what? Him and his wife are constantly asking for it. They're playing the game. I think there's an unspoken rule where we as fans can go in on fighters and have a field day, but only on the things that they're projecting out. And with Smith, it's his wildly inaccurate self-image that he doesn't stop aggressively projecting out into the MMA meme land. And in fairness to poor old Anthony, I think the UFC enabled him. Because he works in the broadcasting team, he gets a little bit more attention than a normal fighter on his level would. Sadly for him though, he doesn't see that for what it is. Instead, it feeds into his personal fantasy. I mean, fuck me, Stipe, one of the most beloved and successful heavyweight champions in UFC history, has his retirement fight on the main event of a big card. And what happens? Before he can blink, he finds himself out in the alleyway at the back of the building with his gum shield still in, looking around, wondering what the fuck just happened. And then Anthony Smith retires, and he gets the gold standard retirement package, like he's one of the top 5 all-time GOATs. I mean, in fairness to the fella, what's he supposed to think? Look, is he judged a little too harshly by recent fans? I mean, his last few years have been pretty bad. Go back a little further and he was more competitive. And let's not forget, he genuinely had the opportunity to be a champion when notoriously dirty fighter, domestic abuser and drug cheat John Jones hit Anthony Smith with an illegal knee. He would have been well within his rights and probably should have taken the easy route and just chose to be champ. Obviously, in reality, no one would have taken him seriously as a champion, see Aljo, but he could have walked around with a belt for 6 months, and he could have gotten a rematch with the notoriously dirty fighter, domestic abuser and drug cheat Jones, and he could have got that champ money for the rematch before inevitably losing the bout. But he didn't. A man of principle. If he had better skills, he could have been a great champion. Sadly, it doesn't work like that. It is a shame that even at the very end of his fighting career, he didn't get to a point for seeing all of this for what it is. The truth is, this is just a case of an old school fighter in a new, changing sport. Like it or not, fighters have to embrace the entertainment side of things these days. It's a new world of memes, self-recorded promos on social media, and fans talking amongst themselves on Reddit. And you might not like that, but fuck. Dana seems to be refusing to promote any of these fighters. So what other options do they have? Rest easy, Smith. The fighting's over. It's now just all on paper. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a sub, check out this playlist, recent bangers. See you next time.